Hello everyone. This is the demo for order distribution management system, which is also called ODMS application. So basically this application has two modules. One is the web application and another one is a mobile application. The web application is used by the main office or admin office, and the mobile application is used by the drivers to deliver the trips. Okay, so let us go to module by module. First I will go through the web application. So the web application has a few modules. The main important modules are orders module and schedule delivery module and logistics delivery module. Okay, these three are the main modules. And other than that, we have an admin module here where we can register the master data, for example, customer information, driver information, factory information, etc. And there are certain daily updates here. That means what is the inventory that is produced in the factory, that is also recorded here, and what are the tanks available today, that is also recorded here. And other than that, we have certain reports in the application. We have a trip report and we have a delivery report, and there is a dashboard also. Okay, so let me go to the administration module first. The admin module, the basic information is we have a factories information. So here you can see there are certain factories like PMF3, PMF1, BHF. These are all the factories locations. So the factories can be multiple, various factories, various locations produce various products here. And then we have some customer information here. Okay, the customer's information can be created, the master data, by adding a new one by clicking this one, or we can also modify the existing customer's information here. So each customer and factory are located properly. That means the geo coordinates are recorded properly so that the system will use these coordinates and try to schedule the trips, the most optimum trips in the application. Okay, so let us go to the orders module. So orders module basically is designed in a way that it looks like an Excel sheet. So we can create an order easily by selecting this plus icon here, and we just need to select a few items here. The basic thing is the delivery date. When we need to deliver this one, by default the delivery date is selected as tomorrow. So today when I create an order, by default it is to be scheduled for tomorrow. So that's why 20th is selected here, and I can select a delivery time, for example 8 p.m. tomorrow. And the customer may be one of the customers here. I choose the gas LN2. I want to deliver this one, and I can key in or select from the drop down what is the volume of it, and I can select the units of it. So this is the basic information that I need to select. So if you see here, the status is draft. That means it is not submitted yet. It is not in the workflow yet. Okay. So once I choose this order, either I can save it temporarily, that means the status is still as a draft here, or I can submit this one to be in the workflow. Okay, so let me submit this one. That means I am submitting for this order to be scheduled. Okay, once I save or submit, this is given a number, a proper order number here, and then an email will be sent to the delivery manager. So I received an email here. So the email says delivery lead, and there are some new orders in the system which are to be scheduled. Okay, so the system is including all the notification features from the mobile application as well as from the web application. Also I try to mention here the system means localization is supported. So currently this particular demo version has an English and Vietnamese versions that can run here. Okay, so the application is also properly given access rights for the individual users. Currently I log in with my username, and then my username has an admin rights on all the modules, but technically I can limit the access for various users to various modules only according to the access rights provided. Okay, so coming to the application, I just created an order. So for the demo sake, I already created a few more orders which are to be delivered tomorrow. So once I go back to the scheduled delivery page, as a delivery lead, I can do two things here. One is I can do the auto scheduling. The other one is I can do a manual scheduling. Manual scheduling means I choose one order here and then I choose another order and I try to combine them into a single trip. Okay, and then I can adjust various fields here. So instead of manually doing this, I can simply select auto schedule here, which will take the information from the customer's locations, factory locations, available products today, and available tanks information today, and then combining all this information, it will try to schedule the trips, okay, to the optimal way. Okay, it tries to find the nearest route to fulfill all these orders. So let me click the auto schedule button here. It will ask for a confirmation. Clicking yes. Okay, if you see here, there are a total number of 4 orders to be pending for scheduling, and it is scheduled for 2. Okay, the total number of trips are selected as 2. Total number of orders scheduled are 4. That means the total number of orders 4 are scheduled into 2 trips basically. Okay, if some orders could not be scheduled, then you will get the order numbers here. But in this case, it is able to schedule all the orders. Okay, once I click, you can see different colors here. So the 4 orders are scheduled like this. So one is 32252 and another one is 32253. Okay, so now I just need to select this trip and I just need to assign a logistics company, and that's it. I can submit into the workflow. Okay, so this is the basic information we need to do. So this is reducing a lot of work for the delivery manager and trying to optimize the trips based on various information that we have provided. If I want to manually do it, that is also possible. So let me choose another one. This is auto scheduled by the system. So I would like to select this particular order and this particular order, and I want to combine them together. Okay, so 32253 and 32246 I would like to combine here. So that also I can do like this. So now these two are combined but still not saved yet. That's why there is no trip number. So once I choose and I can save this one, and you can see a different trip number here. Okay, so this is the way we can combine the trips either automatically or manually here. So let me take this particular trip and I would like to add an activity. For example, activities can be 3 activities here: tank cleaning or tank maintenance or interfactory transportation. These two are very obvious, maintenance and cleaning. Interfactory transportation is basically I would like to transport this particular liquid or gas from one location to another location. So it is interfactory transportation. So let me add a simple one, tank cleaning operation here, and I choose where I would like to clean this particular tank. Okay, before going to the next location. So I choose this one. These are pre-configured in the admin module. So the information is automatically captured at various areas of the application. Okay, let me submit this one. Currently this cleaning activity with there is no order number for this one is also added into the system. Now I would like to move this cleaning activity to the second level. So I can easily do like this. I can easily arrange the order of the deliveries or action items within a particular trip. Okay, so now I can select this one and save it. And I have all this information ready. So if I want, I can change the destination of this delivery. For example, I start from BHF factory, I go to this particular customer, Artus, and from Artus, I move to Nuplex, and from Nuplex, I move to Dialect, something like this. So then I will return my tank, empty tank, to this particular factory. If I want to change it to a different factory, I can do this one. So I can manually change the auto scheduled trip also. And then finally, once all the information is ready, I can confirm this one. Okay, it is successfully saved. That means it is already submitted to the logistics company that we have chosen here. Okay, so now if you go to the logistics module, you remember this 32252 trip number. You can see 32252 here as a new order here. So this is ready to be delivered. So now I have my trips ready. So what I can do next is I simply choose the trip and assign to a driver. So before assigning to a driver, I would like to go through a few other modules here. Here I can see the dashboard. The dashboard has a few modules here. First one is the factory inventory. It will show you what is the product inventory available currently at each factory. So BHF has this kind of inventory, and then PMF1 has this kind of inventory, similarly for other factories also. And on the right side we can see a map. So this map will show the real-time location of the truck when the trip is started. Okay, so the third one is the order summary module, where we can see today's delivery orders. Today is 19th, so we have only 2 orders here. Tomorrow we have 20th orders. Okay, so I go back to the logistics module here. So from the logistics module, I can see this particular trip that is just now assigned, and then I will choose a particular truck number. So logistics delivery or logistics manager's responsibility is to assign a truck number and a driver. Okay, I assign a driver 2 here, and then what time we need to dispatcher. So this is dispatcher time is different than this dispatcher date and time, because the truck has to go a little bit early, so that's why this time is different. So we need to choose when to leave the truck, and then that's all. Basically I need to assign the truck number and then the driver, and I can submit. Okay, I mark it as proceed. Okay, successfully saved. So once I successfully save this one on the mobile application, I see this trip 32252. A notification is already sent to the mobile application, and the notification is seen as like this for the driver. So I click OK. Okay, now I see the trip 32252 is available in my trip list. So basically this module contains 2 sections. So one is my trips and another one is trip history. My trips currently shows what are the trips that are assigned to me, and trip history will show what are the trips that I already completed. Okay, so I see there are 2 buttons here. One is accept and decline. So based on my availability as a driver, I can accept or decline this particular trip. Okay, so this is for tomorrow, so I will just accept this one. So the trip is accepted now. As you can see here, this trip is accepted. The bottom one is declined. Okay, so if the driver is not available and he is not able to accept the trip, then a reminder will be sent to the driver every 1 hour until 4 reminders, and if the driver is still not able to accept this one, then the trip is automatically declined and ready to be assigned to a next driver. Okay, so here I will go to another trip 32241. Okay, as a logistics delivery page, I go to the 32241. I reassign to the same driver, driver 2 again, because the driver didn't accept previously, so I would like to reassign to him one more time. Okay, so now I go back to the mobile application. Again, this one is assigned. So I am accepting this trip because I cannot start this trip now because it is for tomorrow. I can only start the trip that is assigned to me today. Okay, so this logic is also embedded into the system. So I accept this one. So now there are 2 trips available to me in my trips section. Okay, so now if I go to the dashboard, I don't see any special icons or pointers here where my trip is started. So let me start my trip from the mobile application. Okay, let me open my mobile phone, and then I selected the 19th trip, which is 32241, and then I can see various delivery options here. So I have order number 1, order number 2, order number 3. The second one is the cleaning operation, so ID is 0 here, and I have to return back to the BHF land. Okay, so the entire trip is recorded in the application, and the driver has no rights to modify the order of the delivery, so they have to simply follow the structure this order of the delivery. So let me start the first one, order number 1, and then you can see a lot of information here. What is the ID of the order ID, who is the customer, where is the address, and how much volume I need to deliver, what is type of gas, and then I can see a map also at the bottom. It is showing me from which place to which place I am moving. Okay, if I really want to know what is the current traffic information, I can click the direction button here and it will take me to Google Maps automatically. Okay, so it will show you the real-time traffic information here. So here I haven't started the order first, so I click start. Starting the delivery now. Delivery has departed, as you see here. So now I go back to the mobile web application and then refresh my dashboard. So you can see a new icon here that is automatically shown now. Okay, so this is the trip that is currently going on. So you can see the trip number, who is the driver, what is the truck number, who is the customer currently being delivered, and what is the gas and what is the quantity, etc. Everything is recorded here. Okay, so this is automatically captured in the system, and then from the mobile application I can still continue working on that, and the main office also will be able to track where my truck is currently located and where my truck is currently traveling. Okay, so once I reach to the customer's location, I click arrive and click yes. We are using these pop-ups for confirmation because we would like to capture the information properly. Okay, so that's why we are capturing at each and every page. So we start unloading and we connect all the pipes and take all the precautions, and then once we are ready, we start unloading it. So it may take around 1 hour, 2 hours depending on the volume of the product to be delivered, and then once it is done we click the finish uploading here. Okay, so once we finish the uploading, it will ask you a few information. What is the tank number, and then what is the quantity, and then whether it is kg or nm3, and then if you have any remarks you can type the remarks here, and then if you want to attach any photos you can attach. Okay, so for example you take a photo and then attach to the application. Generally we capture the meter readings at the customer's location and then we save the delivery note. Okay, so this is how we complete the trip. Okay, so if I have another tank to be filled in, I will select the fill next tank, but currently I would like to complete this trip because I have delivered everything for this particular customer. Okay, so the delivery is completed. Now I can go back to the main trip. First one is already completed and second one is ready to be delivered. Okay, so this is how the system will enable the driver to choose order by order and then deliver in the same order. Okay, so this is also very similar, so I can continue for the cleaning operation, tank cleaning operation here, and then I can start and I arrive at the cleaning location. Okay, so the last one, there is a suspend button here. If there is a issue or a mechanical issue or any other issue that I am not able to proceed with this particular trip, I can choose suspend. So once I click the suspend button here, a notification will be sent to the logistics manager, and then the logistics manager can decide to assign a separate driver or a separate trip, or they can send some action, they can take some action to resume this trip. Okay, so that is also possible. So I go to the cleaning operations, the location, and then I click arrive, and then once the cleaning is completed, I will click complete. So this second one is completed now. Okay, so I go to the main screen. So here you can see this is how we can complete the trips. So once the trip is completed, I can go to the history and I can see my completed operations here. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one here and go to the main application. So if I come to the main application, I can still see the delivery is going on, and I can see the trip report also. Okay, so the trip reports are displayed like this. So I can click any report and I can see the current status of the report. Okay, so 32241. So even though the trip is not completed yet, I can see the current status of the report, and I can see the photos, the meter readings that are uploaded by the driver also in the application. Okay, so this one is very intuitive, and from the main office we can always see what is going on in the application. Okay, so this is one more trip, and you can download into PDF format also. Okay, let me go to the daily reports. So this is trip report I have already shown just now, and you can see the completed information, the location, at what time they came in, and at what time they have completed. Every information is recorded into the system. So just now we have completed this particular trip, and you can see all the informations are automatically captured in the system. So there is one more report here, the delivery report. I just try to select the logistics company first, and then I try to search for this particular date. So delivery report only shows the completed trips, because the trip that we have been seeing 32242 is not completed yet. So the trip is still not shown here. Okay, so but we can see the previously completed trips, and if you see here, the information is automatically captured. So I can go to the delivery report and I can choose the logistics company, and I can choose the date range here. So let me choose a bigger range from 1st of June, and then I can search it. So here you can see the completed trips information here. So the trip that we have been seeing is not completed yet, so that's why it is not shown here, but these are the other trips that are completed. So if you see for the delivery report, the main trip calculation, the cost of the main trip is automatically calculated based on the distance traveled and the cost per kilometer that is already scheduled in the zone costing area here. So it is configurable in the application for each zone. That means a customer belongs to a particular zone, and each zone has a different cost for the trip. So based on that information, system automatically calculates the cost of the particular trip, and then if there are any other costs involved in the trip, they can manually be entered and then saved into the system, and then finally it can be exported into Excel format. Okay, so this is the main flow of the applications, where we create the orders and we assign to a schedule delivery manager, and the schedule delivery manager can either do the auto scheduling or do the manual configuration of the trips and then submit to logistics company, and the logistics manager can log in into this application, and they can assign the truck and the driver, and the information is sent to the mobile application, and the driver can pick up this trip and able to deliver this trip. Okay, so this is the main flow, and we have already provided a few more options into the system. For example, here I can come to the schedule delivery page, and if I have any trips that are delivered during the weekend or any trips that are not registered into the system, the customer can use a template that we have provided and then record those trips in an Excel sheet and able to import into the system also. For example, this particular template customer can download, the user can download, and then enter the trip information into the system, and then I have already created these particular trips, and then I enter into the system like this. For example, I click this import record back deliveries and browse to upload, and then I choose this particular Excel sheet, and then I try to save this information. Here, if there is any error in the Excel sheet, there are validations done. So you see this box here, there is an error in this information, so I need to correct this information. This particular staff is not available in the system, so I need to modify. Let me modify this information. I remove this wrong information and I try to save it and then re-import into the system. Okay, I go back and then re-import, and now there are no errors, all records are valid, and then I can save into the system. Okay, so I click save. System automatically saved, and I can see the delivery information into the system. Okay, so this is how simple it is. All the information, for example, the date that we have saved, the records are for 18th. So I just click the 18th here, and I can see all the information of the trips that are currently uploaded here. You can see the remarks to compare into the system. So I added this information to notify or to identify what are the trips that I have added into the system. And you can also notice that the trips are automatically clubbed based on the information that is provided here. So if you see here, these two trips are together. That means it is starting from the departure place and going to the Ajinomoto customer. From Ajinomoto customer, it is coming back to the BHF. So if you arrange the trip, if you arrange the data like this, system will automatically understand and be able to create the respective trips into the system like this. So everything is automated. So that means you can create either a bulk upload data and then you can import into system, or you can manually do one by one here also from the system. Okay, so this is the basic structure of this application. And then let me go to a few more admin modules here. For example, I have already shown the factory information. If you go to the factory information, you can see the latitude and longitude of the factory and what are the products that are produced in the factory can be configured like this. Nothing is hard coded in the application, and customer information is also same. I can also edit any customer, and you can see the longitude, latitude of the customer. With these coordinates, the system is able to automatically schedule the deliveries in the application. And I can also see the product information. For example, what are the products that are produced in all the factories. I can attach individual products to individual factories in the system. Similarly, I can configure the number of users here. I can see the users and I can assign access rights to individual users. Currently, I logged in as my name, Srini, and I can configure the drivers also in the application. So everything is centrally monitored, everything is centrally configured. So whenever I modify any data, system automatically captures all the audit logs into the system and then displays captures all the information and provide the information that we have modified in the system and who modified this system. Okay, so as I mentioned, each customer belongs to one particular zone in this particular demo application. So the zones information also can be configured like this. And then the tank information, okay, the tank's capacity also can be defined here, and tank length. For example, certain can only allow 20 feet tank. So this kind of information also can be configured into the system. And then while automatically allocating the tanks to the trips, system will take care of this size also into consideration and then provide the tanks for scheduling purpose. Okay, so basically this is the system, ODMS system, which has these two modules, both web application and also the mobile application. This is the end of the demo.